Shoe terms you need to know when first starting your barefoot lifestyle. If you're even remotely interested in taking better care of your feet and getting a shoe that better suits it, then you're gonna need to know these terms. First up, we've got heel-toe drop. A heel-toe drop tells you the height difference between the heel and the toe. So this right here is a Nike Air Max 270, and the heel-toe drop for this shoe is about 9 to 12 millimeters. Kind of on the higher end, especially for a lifestyle shoe. And this shoe right here is a Vibram 5 Fingers LX Knit. Now this is a zero drop shoe, and what that means is that there's no height difference between the heel and the toe. So all the way across, it is a flat shoe. The bigger your heel toe drop is, the more compensations that are made up the chain in the body. So if you want your body to stay in a normal functioning alignment, you want to go for a zero drop. Next up is stack height. Now, stack height often gets confused with heel-toe drop, so I chose a flat shoe on purpose. We all know Chucks are flat. There's no difference from the heel to the toe. It's a zero-drop shoe. But stack height is the literal height of the sole. So you can clearly see in this platform Chuck how much thicker it is compared to that classic one at the top. Stack height matters because it affects the flexibility of the sole. This platform Chuck here is not going to be flexible at all. And even the classic one at the top, there's nowhere near enough flexibility in it to allow the foot its natural movement. So we not only want a zero drop, but we also want a sole with a low stack height that is flexible enough to allow our foot to move as it naturally does. The toe spring. So up here at the top we've got an Asics, and you see how the toe curves upward? The shoe isn't even touching the ground. That is a toe spring. And this right here is a Nike Freerun, and you can see how the toe is fairly flat. There's really not a lot of toe spring happening in this shoe. A toe spring matters because it basically does the job that the big toe should be doing. And if you're consistently wearing shoes with toe springs, then your big toe, your toes in general, are not extending as they should while you're walking or running. If your toes are consistently not being used to extend through your gait cycle, then over time you just lose the ability to do so. You don't want to lose that function, and you want a shoe that allows natural foot movement, then it's definitely a no to the toe spring. We need our toes on the ground. This one is my favorite, the toe box. This right here is an Ultra. This right here is a Nike Freerun. The Ultra is foot shaped. The Nike Freerun is not. If you want optimally functioning feet, then we need foot shaped shoes, not tapered toe boxes. Unfortunately, all mainstream brands, Nikes, Adidas, Asics, Hoka's, they all have tapered toe boxes. Some may be wider than others, but at the end of the day, none of their shoes are actually shaped like a human foot. Tapered toe boxes are problematic because they don't allow a full and natural toe splay. If we can't get a full toe splay, then we can't get an optimally functioning foot. Let's recap. We are looking for a zero drop shoe, which means no difference in the heel toe drop. The stack height should be minimal because it needs to be flexible enough to allow our foot to move as it naturally does. This shoe should be completely flat with no toe spring, so our toes have the ability to extend through our walking cycle. Last but definitely not least, our toe box should be shaped like a human foot, which allows a full and natural toe splay.